You decide to work at Target after the holiday season, and just know, for one, they might not keep you, and for two, you better be looking for another standby. Hey everyone, I'm Porshap and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for clicking on this video. Before you leave, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you will never miss a new upload when I do post. Let's jump right into this video. So I end up starting my first day after everything went through December 1st. They talked about their store. We did a store run and signed up for my work day and all that good stuff to get you going into the next steps of starting your shift whenever you were scheduled to. They already had our 2 weeks schedule in play. We already gave them our hours of what everybody wanted to do. So the orientation was pretty much easy peasy. It's just watching them long, boring videos. Everybody knows when you go to orientation, it's just long, boring. But hey, you're getting paid for the 4 hours. Cons. This is my first con. After orientation, I noticed they had me for 2 shifts after orientation, which I thought that was sweet. And another con is, this is the second con, that Target pays you every 2 weeks. Which I'm used to getting paid every week. So yeah, that was a con for me. But the only pros is that Target uses the app called Daily Pay. So every shift you work, you can get you will see half your money if you sign up for Daily Pay the next morning. More cons. So I started the next day after orientation the next evening. And when I got there, I was confused. For one, con. They don't train you at all. So I had to learn as I go. I think everybody was just clueless. At orientation, it was only 4 people. Well, me and 3 other people. 2 of them was minors and 1, it was another person, and it was me. So that was how many people that was at orientation when I got hired in. So when I figured out where I was supposed to be, I had to call somebody over the walkie-talkie and meet them in the back where fulfillment was. So it was another employee that we jumped right into it. So she grabbed a cart and I actually just followed her with the cart. She was teaching me how to do fulfillment, which I never did fulfillment, so I had to learn fast. I probably stuck with her for about 45 minutes. And after that, somebody called her over the walkie-talkie. And believe it or not, my first day, after 45 minutes to an hour, I was left on my own doing the cart by myself, trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing. Pros. Target started me out at $15.50 an hour. But cons, like I said, you get paid every 2 weeks. But pros, like I said, every time you work your shift, you can see your money. If you sign up on the app, you can see your money the next morning. Remind you, cons, every time you wanted to withdraw your money from the app, the first time I did, it was free. And after that, it's going to be a $2.99 fee every time you want to withdraw your money to like a debit card or your banking account or your checking account, which I thought that was a con, because why are you charging me to take my money when it's my money? Pros. The reason why I like working at Target, because in fulfillment, it's called a ship order, which you're getting time for. These people are picking up their orders on a timely manner. So if you did choose a ship order, you're getting time. So they are real lenient on you not following the time restriction for the ship orders. I personally did not pick or did not decide to do the ship orders because I didn't want to be pressured, especially being new and I'm not really trained enough. Remind you too, the cons was I never shopped at the Target. I really rarely shop at Target. So when you're doing fulfillment, you need to learn the whole store, because you're going to be walking 1,000 steps a day on your shift, going back and forth. So the pros on that was it kind of like helped me learn where everything was at during that time I did work at Target during the seasonal. I never really shopped at my local Target, so it was nice to now figure out where everything's at, and I enjoyed walking around, getting my steps in. So that was pros right there. More cons. So my shift, which I told HR I can come in between anywhere from 4 to close. So our Target usually closed at 10 p.m. So I'm just wanting to do a couple hours each evening just to make some extra money during the holiday. So I wasn't aware that the last 2 weeks before Christmas that our store was going to be open to 12 a.m. and they can keep us to 12:30 in the morning. So that was a con because I didn't want to be out there that late. So when I started looking at my schedule, no one asked me if I could stay that late. It was like they were just scheduling me out of my availability, which I did not like about it. Like, I didn't sign up to stay past midnight, past 12:30 at night, to get home at 1 a.m. I was just not, no, I did not sign up for that. My availability was to close, not to stay over, because I didn't care if it was holiday season or not. That wasn't what I signed up for. And they was just, they didn't care. They was just scheduling you out of your availability without even saying anything to you. So I don't think I liked that at all. It was just a lot of, I can't find it because it's not in stock. It's like you got people shopping in stores. We're trying to shop for people outside the store. So it was just like not enough products. So the managers really didn't want you to INF stuff. But hey, I mean, if I don't see it, it's not there. So what do you want me to do? So the cons with that was they wanted you to wait and to see if somebody else can help you find it. They'll get mad because they can see like your scores and stuff on the phones we used to have, the devices. So they really didn't want us INFing it. They wanted you to pause the cart, which that prolongs it, because now somebody got to pick up your cart and go back to the same section you was at with the cart to see if they can find it. And I think that was stupid, because if it's not there, it's not there. If you decide to work at Target after the holiday season, just know, for one, they might not keep you, and for two, you better be looking for another standby. So them 2 weeks when they was over scheduling me, like everybody was getting like 37 to 38 hours. And I never worked that many hours in a long time, but it felt good when I, you know, got my checks. But after that, that's why I'm making this video, because if you decide to work at Target after the holiday season, just know, for one, they might not keep you, and for two, you better be looking for another standby. That's what I already been doing. I'm 2 steps ahead of them. I've been looking for jobs after Christmas. So if you're thinking you about to make this like a full-time job, think again, because listen, right now, you ain't gonna be able to survive off no Target. After the holiday season, I'm only getting about 9 hours a week. The most probably was, no, I had to like fight for hours. So it's this app you will get, and it's available hours you can pick up. Like, people are literally fighting for hours. Like, I think after the holiday, I was getting 14 hours. And remind you, you got to wait every 2 weeks to get your 2-week check. So every day you're going in there, you're already the next day pulling money from the 2-week check because you need it. I mean, you can't survive. So I was getting about 14 hours that they were scheduling me like for 1 week. And then the next week I was getting 10 hours. And then the week after that, I was literally scheduled like 2 days, which that was 9 hours in 1 week. And come to think of it, next week, I'm not even on the schedule. So I'm getting 0 hours. So remind you too, I'm already pulling money from every time I go in. So just think about it. So when I get my 2-week check, it's going to be looking like nothing because I'm already pulling my money from the app because I need it. So if you're thinking about making this a career or whatever you're trying to do with this job, or if you're thinking about the, like, you're going to want to stay there and commit to that job or whatever you want to do, just keep looking because you're not going to get the hours. Even the people that's been there forever, who's, you know, there and is not seasonal like me, they're not getting any hours. So that's the con. The people that got hired for seasonal, they really might not need us because after New Year's, I noticed when I go in this January, like, I go in and it's literally no orders to pick. It's literally nothing to do. It was to the point 1 week where it was nothing to do, where they made me just get on my work day and just do training videos. And I literally like milked the clock like half of my shift because it was literally nothing to do. And it's so laid back in there where I literally like will hide in the bathroom or just sit in the break room, milk the clock, because that's how dead it is. It's literally nothing to do. So the pros working at Target is laid back. It's independent. You're an independent worker to me. Nobody's on your back. Everybody was nice and helpful, and if I had a question, people was friendly to help me. The cons: getting paid every 2 weeks. That's the no for me. No training whatsoever. Not in my position that I got hired for. Not even if they throw you on cashier. It's just no training whatsoever. I felt like when we got hired in as seasonal employees, I think since we were still slow at that time, I think that would have been the best time to train. But they didn't. They wanted you to come in. When I came in, it was in the middle of rush hour. So they thought they was going to throw me in the middle of the wolves in rush hour and think I was going to learn the registers with these mad people doing holiday shopping at the last minute. Absolutely not. I wasn't having it. Cons: not guaranteed hours. So if you're thinking you're about to get 20 to 25 hours a week, think again. I hope this video was helpful. If anybody decides that they want to be an employer at Target, I know I've been trying for years to get into Target, and once I took this job position as a seasonal employee, now I know the ropes working at Target. So if this video was helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.